Hi, I am Eli the Bard. I run Bardic Shenanigans, and it has been the hottest of minutes since I've done one of these videos. It has been over a year, and I'm not sure if I still have a goal as far as wanting to keep these going, have a YouTube page in case I ever make it big, but I at least wanted to get this update video. So here we go. Updates with Eli, number 3. Been over a year since the last one. And a lot has happened, and the main reason why I took a huge leave of absence is, if you had remembered, I had just gotten a new job. Well, 2 weeks into the new job, so like I'm still adjusting to now I have to balance work schedule on top of streaming and everything else, I found out I was pregnant. And I just kind of backed up and took a step away from everything because it was just all too overwhelming. It was a rough pregnancy, one where I had nausea the entire time. So I wasn't feeling good, and I'm exhausted from work, and I really just kind of have spent most of the last year doing a lot of like soul searching and self-reflection. There was a lot of change involved just from adjusting from being the perpetual student who's always in school to what it really means to have a job. You know, when you're done at the end of the day, you get to go home, and well, I work from home, but you're done. You turn off the computers, and that's it. There's no homework, there's no long-term projects. You're truly done. But it's 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, and with my job where I'm working like late morning, which is nice, but then it goes kind of into like the mid-evening. That's not as much time for my family and kids. And I have to work at least like one weekend day almost every weekend. And it's just kind of been a lot trying to adjust to taking on my chores and trying to help with my family and hold down a job. And it was just kind of a lot. But I have a 4.5-month-old baby now, along with my oldest, who is now 6. We did lose one of our cats. That was another thing that happened within the last year. One of my cats got really, really sick, and a week ago we lost him. So gained a baby, but lost a cat. So still at 4. I have 2 and 2 now instead of 3 and 1. But it's really been great. I feel much more like okay with the mom life thing now. And I know the very last video I did was my coming out story, and I talked a lot about how I came to understand my gender. And that was one thing that was good about pregnancy, is that it kind of just reaffirmed that I'm definitely not a woman. Like, it doesn't matter if I have the body parts that people say only women have, and that like I'm doing something that supposedly only women can do. No, it doesn't change how I feel. Like I'm still very in touch with the fact that I'm a mom, but no, you can't make me a girl. And I mean, just today I shaved my head again because the last time I shaved it was almost 2 years ago. And I got to the point where it was like, ew, this is too much work. I don't like having to keep up with this. And nope, decided it was time for the hair to go. And here we are. But yeah, a lot of what I've learned in the last year is really that it's not my job to save everyone. That's where most of my drama in life came from, was having such a huge savior complex that would turn bad, or this idea that like it's my job to take care of people, it's my job to entertain people, it's my job to always be there. And I couldn't do that anymore. I needed people to help me. And I think that I really learned a lot kind of about quantity versus quality of friends, and what it really means to give and take in a relationship. I've definitely become a better friend, and I've also become better about learning how to reach out for help and how to set boundaries, and just a lot of like recognizing red flags, but also green flags. I'm really proud of myself for that. So just kind of a short video. I'm not sure if we'll keep up with these. It depends on if I get feedback, because originally the goal is I wanted it to be something I guess similar to a podcast, in the sense that like I'd want to be given a prompt, and some of them would be, really serious, like when we did our coming out story, and some of them I was hoping would be like, a little bit more like an impromptu speech, funny kind of thing. And I'd still love to do that. Like, people want to hear about my research that I haven't touched in a few years and maybe miss talking about that, it'd be great. If people want to see me do silly things, I'd like to do that too. thoughts on current issues or something I can do. I was pregnant when Roe v. Wade was overturned, and that was a very miserable experience, especially because both of my children also have uteruses, and it was just this really horrific, weird feeling of this thing that's inside of me has more rights now before it's born, and then the moment that she was born. So I have very strong feelings on that. But yeah, I'm still alive, still working, and trying to slowly get back into managing family and work and my own free time. But a lot of ups and downs during the year, but I think right now I am just still continuing to be happy with who I am, and I just want to continue to grow on myself, and if I can give it back to the world, help others grow, I want to keep doing that too. If anybody actually watches this, thank you so much for taking the time, and if in 10 years I'm suddenly famous and people go back and are like, hey, video number 3, why was there a year gap? Now you know. But as always, thank you for the support, and maybe another video next week.